Um, Sorry to bother you. Is it okay to talk with you right now? It's Panoply. I'm sorry, who is this? I don't remember meeting anyone with that name. Panoply? Oh, sorry, that's my nickname. It's cute, isn't it? Sorry, I really don't understand. Who is this? Huh? You don't know? I'll give you a hint. My friends call me Panoply because I love playing board games and my name sounds like a famous board game. So, who do you think it is now? Sorry, nothing's coming to mind. I'm Penelope! Penelope? Really? Don't tell me you don't know your own neighbor's name? I can't believe this. My neighbor? Oh, is this Mrs. Nelson? That's right! Actually, what was your name again? I'm Miss Henderson. No, your first name. Huh? It's Cindy. Okay. Hi, Cindy. Hi. Hey, you're not upset with my kid, are you? Well, I wanted to talk with you about that. I tried calling the number you gave me when we first met, but it looked like it was for your house phone. I didn't think people still used them, and I guess I was right since you never picked up when I called. Every time I went over to your house to speak with you, you weren't home. I just happened to see your son outside your house when I was coming home just now. So I rolled down the window and I said something to him. I was gonna walk over to your place and try talking to you again after I got my groceries put away. But now that I've got you here, could you please tell your son to stop throwing his garbage onto my lawn? Yeah, That's what he told me, he said. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Someone had been annoying me lately by ringing my doorbell a lot. It must have been you, huh? Annoying you? Are you saying you were home? You're always ringing my doorbell. I'm always home. I was just pretending to be out. You were pretending to be out? So, what's all this? What are you upset about? Your child's often playing outside on your second-story balcony, right? Yeah, so? Well, you know the houses are really close together in this part of town, right? And your son is always throwing his candy wrappers or papers he's colored on over the balcony, and it all lands on my lawn. I've called out to him from my window a number of times to stop doing it, but he doesn't seem to care. It's really bothering me. And he does it the same days every week at the same time. It's almost like clockwork. Well, if you've told him to stop doing it and he hasn't stopped, it sounds to me like you're just not being stern enough. It sounds like you're the problem here, don't you think? Discipline him yourself. Discipline him myself? Yeah. Whose lawn are you talking about? Well, mine, but... See? So it sounds like this is your problem. No, we're talking about your son here, aren't we? Huh? Were you not taught to handle your own problems yourself? But it's your son messing up my lawn. Don't you think it's your responsibility to clean it up? Don't say crazy things like that. Now I think you're arguing with me just for the sake of it. Besides, I might get dirty if I cleaned it up. You don't want me to get dirty, do you? Well, some of the candy wrappers are pretty sticky, but I don't see how you'd mess up your clothes picking them up. If you're so worried about that, put on some old clothes or something that's already dirty. No way! Besides, I don't have any old or dirty clothes, if that's what you're getting at. Are you saying you're worried about one speck of dirt getting on you, but you don't care about how your son makes my lawn look? That's why I'm saying it's your problem. It's not my house, that's why I don't care about it. And anyway, the person who lived there before you never complained about it. I wonder if that means... Means what? You're just making false accusations. False accusations? I don't think you've ever seen my son throw any trash onto your lawn. So, why did you really come to my house and ring my doorbell all those times? I have literally seen him do it. And went to your house to talk to you. Because I want your kid to stop throwing his garbage over the balcony and onto my lawn. If he's doing that, why don't you tell him to stop it? I just told you, I did, but he's just a little kid, and he didn't seem to care. I didn't want to be mean and make him cry or anything. But you want me to? I'm not doing it. Who's the one who doesn't want him to do it anymore? Well, me, but... See? If you want him to do something for you, you make him do it. Him throwing his trash on your lawn isn't bothering me one bit. But he's your son, and he's still pretty young. Shouldn't his mother be teaching him what's right and wrong and be the one disciplining him? Don't act like I'm the one responsible for all this. The person he's causing a problem for should be the one to tell him. It doesn't bother me, so why do you think I should tell him to stop? I don't understand why this isn't getting through to you. You're the one who's supposed to be raising your own kid. But when he's doing something wrong, you want other people to handle it? I don't understand why none of what I'm saying is getting through to you either. It's your yard, isn't it? I'm telling you that you should do something about it. Nobody is this stupid. You're just messing with me, aren't you? I'm not! I'm just saying, if you don't like it, why don't you move? You're the only one who's ever complained about this, and that makes me think there's something wrong with you. See, you didn't reply because you know I'm right, right? I was living here before you moved in, wasn't I? I was here first. So, if you don't like something, I suggest you leave. Hey, stop with the doorbell! Are you just here to complain again? Doorbell? Yeah, my doorbell. You keep ringing it even though I'm not answering it. Are you here to tell me how to raise my kid again? I told you, if you don't like it here, move. How many times do I have to tell you that? I've already moved. You moved? Then who is it? I don't know. Why don't you stop pretending you're not home and go see who it is? Huh? I think it's probably your husband. Then again, your husband would probably have his own key, wouldn't he? I wonder who it could be. What are you talking about? I spoke to your husband about what was going on. I saw him at the grocery store the other day. I told him I was really upset with all the garbage being thrown in my yard. I told him I had had enough, so I was moving out. You did what? Why would you talk to my husband about this? Because you wouldn't listen to anything I said. Hold on. This person at the door still isn't stopping with the doorbell and knocking. It's starting to scare me. Cindy, can you do me a favor and come see who it is? Your husband didn't believe me when I told him what you were doing. And he said his kid would never do anything like that. So I showed him pictures of all the garbage and wrappers that were on my lawn. You showed him that? It was pretty clear it was kids' candy. But there were also all the pictures your son had drawn and thrown about. And your husband knew right away his son had drawn those pictures. Your son is quite the artist. Your husband especially found the pictures of Daddy, Mommy, and other Daddy quite interesting. What? Your husband got quite upset when he saw there were so many pictures of Mommy with a bearded man. Your husband told me he's never had a beard. He shaves every day, and he doesn't have any friends with beards either. I guess it suddenly made sense to him why his son would be out on the balcony with lots of candy and paper to draw and color on to amuse himself with. Oh my god, my son drew pictures of that? Why would you talk to my husband without my permission? I told you. Every Friday afternoon, your kid was outside on the balcony throwing his paper and garbage onto my lawn. You're kidding. You said that? Yeah, I did. I told you he did it around the same time on the same days every week. So, are you saying it's my husband ringing the doorbell and banging on the door right now? I can't say for sure, but it seems pretty likely to me. Why don't you just go and check yourself? He probably came by to see if other Daddy was there with you or not. Or maybe he's just worried about his son and wants to make sure he's not locked outside on the balcony. You gotta do something! This is all your fault. You have to do something about this! Huh? Me? Were you not taught to handle your own problems yourself? If my husband is at the front door right now, how am I supposed to get this guy out of here without my husband seeing? Cindy! I don't know. I don't care what happens to either of you. Cindy, you've got to do something. Message my husband. Say something to him. Hurry! I'm begging you! Please, Cindy! Him banging on your door isn't bothering me one bit. It sounds like this is your problem. I can't believe this. To do something like this, Nobody has ever done anything this terrible to me before. Why would you tell my husband? You have to help me. Please! Cindy, I'm talking to you! Huh? Do you not like someone ringing your doorbell and knocking on your door? If you don't like something, I suggest you leave. Out the front door. It seemed that when Penelope had her lover over, she would lock her son out on the second-story balcony. I never noticed what was going on in the house myself. But after seeing some of the drawings that fell or were thrown on my yard which their son had made, I thought it would be best to let the husband at least know what his son was drawing. When the husband saw for himself what was really going on, he took his son and immediately kicked Penelope out. Penelope's husband called me later to apologize for the problems his wife and son had caused me. He didn't tell me directly, but I got the impression that his wife was going to be his ex very soon, and that he was going to be suing her and other daddy for being in an affair with his wife. He told me that his son is doing well now, even though his mom isn't around anymore, and they're both very happy without her. Since I've already moved into my new place, I've got some new neighbors now. Luckily, I've already met most of them, and everyone seems really nice. I've even been invited over for dinner to a few of their houses, and we're all getting along really well. Everything seems great now, and I don't think any of my neighbors will be causing me any trouble here.